Happy New Year, Libra. This is Michael with your January 2023 reading. I already have some cards on the table and I've been looking at the astrology and connecting with your energy. And whatever it is that you're working on, and people might even think you're crazy for, I'm totally here for this. Before we get too far into your reading, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards and stars for you. For those of you who are ready for a more personal, in-depth look into 2023, you can actually get 30% off any astrology reading on my website using the code in the stars through January 14th. You can find all of my links in the description box down below, including my services, astrology blog, and social media accounts. So the first couple of cards I pulled for you, Libra, I actually got the Hawk and Spider from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And I really love this combination of cards. I saw these two and it was almost like you are divinely guided or inspired to work on something or to start a project of some kind. I really see that especially with the spider here. Because it's like you are weaving something, you are building or pulling something together. And it feels like this is a very long-term thing or a very big project. And with the hawk, it felt like there was some sort of guidance or message from the universe. You were getting signs or omens here. And maybe this is even talking about 2023 at large. You are finally building this thing or starting your purpose or creating something. And I really did think of the line, if you build it, they will come. And I thought that and was kind of smiling about it. And the first card I pulled for you was Judgment. And this just feels so much like that energy. And while there could be things that are happening this month, especially with Venus and Pluto coming together in Capricorn right at the beginning, where it's like you're changing something very deeply personal to you, and maybe even a change to your career with the full moon in Cancer on the 6th, I actually feel like this change has been culminating for a long time. You've already known what it is that you've wanted to do. That's really what I'm getting with the sense of this collective. I don't feel like the Libras I'm connecting with this month don't have any idea of what their purpose is, or maybe you've just convinced yourself that you don't know. I think you know. And I think you're being reminded of that. I don't think this is something that is just being revealed to you now. There is sort of a refresh that is happening. And that makes a lot of sense, actually, because we have a lot of retrograde planets this month. We have Mars, Mercury, and Uranus, which will actually all be going direct on the 12th, 18th, and 22nd, respectively. And so when we are in this sort of retrograde period, it really is a time of reflecting and kind of tying up loose ends before we begin new projects. And I really do feel like there is something creative, especially on the 22nd, or especially as we are coming into Aquarius season, because this is a very creative energy for you. This is all about your passion. There might also be some romance that comes in as well. But honestly, for this group, I really feel this is more about your passion, something creative that you want to do, or something that feels very inspiring for you. We do have the Hanged Man and the Five of Swords, and I feel like there's been something you've been afraid of letting go of or walking away from. This actually does feel more professional or career-oriented to me, to be honest. Especially thinking of the full moon in Cancer, which again really does signify changes and endings in career. Maybe something is coming ahead as well. Maybe you're already working on your purpose. That could actually be a time of recognition, especially with the Ace of Swords very front and center to this reading. There's some sort of recognition or offer that is coming to play this month. But I feel like you're not going to see things until you have some distance. And it's almost like you have to focus on what you are doing right now as the spider in order to weave the web. You almost are going into a sort of trance, or you're finding your flow. You're finding workflow here. And it kind of feels like maybe there's this side hustle or there is this career change that is happening, and it feels more aligned with your desires. Especially since Venus, your ruling planet, is coming together with Pluto on the 1st. We already talked about that, but then it's entering Aquarius on the 2nd, the day after. And this energy really does just scream to me that you are really connecting with the things that make you feel passionate or inspired. And by the end of this month, Venus will actually go into the sign of Pisces, where you're really finding this flow that I'm kind of talking about with Spider. And I'm really speaking of this specifically as like a term in positive psychology. Flow state is when you are so immersed in what it is that you are doing that you might even lose track of the world around you, or it kind of just becomes this ambient background noise, and you are just completely into what you are doing. And I'm actually looking at the clock right now and it says 2:22. So you might be seeing repeating numbers. There might be decisions or balancing acts that are happening this month as well. Things are coming into alignment. You are finding unity. And although 222 often does speak of relationships to me, this actually feels more like you are coming back into alignment or in relationship to your spirit, to your purpose. And I think things are happening very quickly, actually. We go from the Ace of Swords to the Son of Swords and the Chariot, and this is you investing in something full steam ahead. I think when Mercury is going direct in Capricorn, there really is this energy of you connecting very deeply with some part of yourself, and maybe even recovering some part of yourself that has been repressed since childhood. Maybe there's something involving family here as well. And maybe those are the things you're walking away from. You're no longer so concerned about what other people think of you, especially your family. And when we have the new moon in Taurus, again on the 21st, this feels like a great time to start a new project. And it's almost like this could be the New Year's resolution for a lot of people, actually. The first part of the month really does feel like a little disruptive and discouraging, but I feel like by the end of this month, we are suddenly moving forward. There's a lot of progress that can be made, and change can happen very, very suddenly. And you could be working very quickly. Like, you are almost the vessel for the thing that is coming through you or for the work that you are doing. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's like you are just kind of giving yourself over to this thing, and it feels very automatic. I feel like writing especially could be something that is coming up this month with the Son of Swords. Something involving writing or jotting down ideas or planning. But I feel like you are moving and you are being very disciplined by the end of this month. And I think when Venus comes together with Saturn in Aquarius, this is the same exact day that Uranus is going direct on the 22nd, there really is this commitment to yourself and to your passion. There could be a relationship that goes to the next level around this time as well. But again, I'm just going to be honest, I'm not really getting that vibe with this group, even though that is what could be in the astrology for some of you. It feels more like you are committing to something that makes you feel passionate and inspired, and that's more personal. And with Uranus going direct in Scorpio, it's like there is this sudden realization again, and it's like you're remembering something, and you're committing to it, something that might be taboo or something that you were afraid to express or share with the world. And it does feel creative, it does feel artistic, could also be spiritual or occult related, or just overall connected to your higher self or connected to your soul. You are really moving in those directions, and it feels very, very exciting to me, Libra. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you now. I'm going to pull a card from the Moonology deck. But honestly, this reading feels very, very straightforward to me. Yep, new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. It's like I'm saying, whatever it is that you are putting genuine and earnest efforts towards this month, I feel like you will be very successful in the long term. Saturn energy and Capricorn energy, which are very interchangeable, often do speak of long-term commitments and investments. So I don't even know if you are necessarily realizing things this month or achieving things this month. Some of you maybe. I think you're kind of getting back on the horse though. I feel like you're realizing, Oh yeah, like I have this really purpose-filled thing that I really need to get to and really need to start doing. And I think with the new year especially, you are investing in something and I think it will be very, very successful. So there is so much encouragement here. I hope that this was a much needed message for you. Be sure to hit like and subscribe if it was. Comment down below. What is this thing? What is this passion? What is this purpose that you are connecting with? Is it a relationship? I really don't feel like that's the case for most of you. This feels more like you committing to something that is personal. Anyways, Libra, I'm wishing you all the best. You're welcome to check out the other videos for your moon and rising sign, and I will see you next time. Take care.